Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another episode of our Sparta campaign, and right now we are in the midst of a food crisis. Ephasos was taken over by the Ptolemaic navy, who scandalously and quite sneakily managed to creep into my settlement and grab it. And as such, we have an army that's marching around, trying desperately to arrive to Ephasos to free the city, for we are in the midst of a food shortage that threatens to undermine a lot of the work that we have done. We're also developing new food resources across the empire, but those resources are long in the making and will take quite a while to be fully functional. So, in short, we have food issues that are delaying our armies from recovering, and well, without recovered armies, we can't exactly fight the aggressive powers of Rome and the Ptolemies with any real success. So we're kind of in a bit of a bind right now, right? Just because of these food shortages. But luckily, I'm not seeing a whole lot of Ptolemaic power put up against me yet. I mean, yes, this army will eventually make its way to Syria, but it's still quite a few turns away. And the Romans, well, I defeated an army in Larissa, so I don't know. We'll just have to see when the Romans arrive. But quite literally, my hands are tied behind my back until we have decent food again. We're importing food in all the provinces where we can, but such a measure is, such a measure is not exactly 100% going to work. The other thing is that the Aetolians are, of course, raiding our territory, which also steals food, which steals income. I don't like that, but attacking the Aetolians risks destroying my public image once again, and I've done it once before in the campaign, but I feel like it's better to attack them and not have a food shortage than to leave them be, especially since my alliances are quite airtight. The Dricians and the Tillis are honestly in really tight situations, and I don't think that they will turn on me, even if it might be prudent to. So, I don't know. Right now, we probably will attack an Aetolian army unless it just ceases to exist, which hopefully it will. I think they're down to like 2 units, which are very, very low, so I'd most have a couple of turns of life left in them, but we'll just have to see as the turns go on. Again, like, we have so many farms building across the empire, that inevitably I will eventually be well endowed in terms of food. It's just that eventuality is still many turns away. So I don't know, boys. I think what we have to do here is... I thought the Aetolians went away. No, they just moved. They just decided to move closer to Larissa in order to, or clearly to mock me, right? Seems mocking to me.
Agree here, if the spirits wish it.
I mean, these guys are down to 1 settlement, but military alliance seems somewhat desperate to me. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. We're at 7 food now. Sparta's unwavering traditions have gained respect in the Hellenic world. Many aspire to the Spartan way of life. Should we continue to exploit? What does that mean? -10 wealth, but +4 public order. That gives us -5 public order, but +5 wealth. I think we exploit. And I prefer public order, you know? It's weird that Athens continues to fall in population, despite the population being rather small. I don't know why. I don't know why the population of Athens continues to fall. Not entirely sure. What I do know is like, I don't really give a crap if we're unreliable, dude, because, like, I'm sorry, but you can't literally raid my territory. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous, bro. Can't literally, like, raid my territory and think that that's okay. Now, I don't know why my army is in such terrible condition, but whatever. What boost spears? We can go for a defensive one, go for a money one. We can go for another money one. We can go for another public order one. Damn, that really boosted public order, man. That's great. It's really good. Go ahead, upgrade all of these things in Larissa, make it into a workable settlement. I believe that these units will start to recover quite soon. This army will continue to march on Ephasos and we'll retake it next turn. That'll be great because it'll give us a lot of food resources that we honestly need. This army, nice. We are in the green. We are getting a lot of recruitment. I mean, I put this army in here because it's better for food, but of course, public order suffers when your army is in settlement. So perhaps it's not that necessary. And besides, public order is very, very high in this province. So yeah, I think we'll do this. And also, when it comes to my spies, we have 2 spies operating in the exact same area. Honestly, very bad, very sissy. We will move one of these guys over here. We'll move our diplomat into Egyptian land. If we can continue to spy on them, let's just get a good picture of where all of our armies are. So one's in Antiochia, 2 are on the border with Cameria. These guys can go annoy the crap out of the Romans. This agent, right? Get us some XP. This one's guarding Larissa. This one's guarding Sparta. I mean, honestly, all my armies seem to be in a reasonable place. Just the only problem is that we should be putting a little bit more pressure on the Ptolemies. I mean, we were literally at war with them, right? Of course, these guys really wanted to take Ephasos. Like, that was the Ptolemies' main goal, clearly. And they've succeeded, which is really, really annoying. I don't know why this is like minus 1,000. So weird. But then again, like, Sparta itself is gaining in population rapidly, so that also does make sense. I don't know, we could, like, try to make friends with the Seleucids, but look at all these enemies. The myriad of foes that the Seleucids has makes them a quite bad ally. No, I think that we just stay the way that we are. I don't quite like the idea of going to war against... being allied with the Seleucids. I don't quite like it. It's just a bad idea. We're too unpopular. But luckily the Romans did attack us. Give their armies in Greece a little bit of more time to recover. I hope in next turn we're going to start recovering, but honestly I think that they might already be. You see, in DI, sometimes there's like this visual glitch when your units are not recovering, but in truth they are, so... yeah, you never quite know. Like, you'll just click on the units next turn and you'll see that they're like mostly full strength. And it's like, oh, okay, so they were. And I see that one of my armies that is in Hellas itself is probably recovering. Like, we definitely have a lot of resources in Hellas from which to recover our armies. So we don't have to worry. Although the recent food shortages may lend itself to, you know, bad recovery rates. So who knows? But in any case... honestly, like, I really do want to take Ephasos back with this army, but then keeping it parked there the long term is going to prove like a disaster. Just really, really bad. We might just need to make a navy in order to defend the sea here. I know my navy is never going to be as good as the Ptolemies, but we need to at least be able to, like, guard some of my coastal settlements, you know? Raise an army in Antiochia. See, random barbarian faction falls. Boo-hoo. I mean, this army is in Judea, so it looks like they're probably going to be the force I'm going to face. I mean, of course, my army in Antiochia is solid, man. Like, I don't expect to have that many issues from the Cimmerians here. We can go ahead, kind of look out here. Gonna go establish a local intelligence network. We can go ahead and bribe some people. You know, the Ptolemies love a good bribe. This army gets to Ephasos' turn, so we can go ahead and take the settlement out, recapture it. And like I said, like at best, right? We definitely were recovering troops. Like, there's no doubt about it. We can go ahead, park ourselves in Athens. Of course, you can see here, we've been taking a lot of men from Sparta in order to recover this unit, but It is what it is. The homioi are in arms. So there's little I can do. And man, I don't see the Romans anywhere, man. These Romans are elusive. These Romans are elusive, unfortunately. And I don't quite like the idea of having such a negative public order. So maybe we'll just keep these guys outside of the city. We can recover foreign Greeks to serve in the Lancer Corps, in the Hoplite Corps. And of course, my Spartan pikes, we're going to have to get men from Sparta itself to recover those. It's going to be very costly, but it is what it is. And then, I don't know, man. Like, I've been wanting to take Gabala for a little while. I feel like Gabala is just such a weak settlement. And it's not like I have treaties with them, and the Udi look like they're not in a great position either. So perhaps it is time to take it. Of course, this does leave my settlement of Armenia somewhat exposed, but that's a risk I am willing to take. That is a risk I'm very much willing to take. And a couple of turns in the future, we're going to have so many buildings. So many new buildings that are just going to help me out so much. But yeah, boys, I think all I can really do this turn is fight this garrison. And while it's not going to be the most impressive of battles, it's what I can offer for now. So let's get our first battle of the stream, boys. The Ptolemies versus Sparta over Ephasos. Their navy just went in. They won a very hard-fought victory with their army, angry army of Cretans and Rhodian slingers. And now we're back. Now we're back and we're ferocious. This army has a lot of Galatians in it, and you know, my Cretan archer corps. So I definitely want to use those Cretan archers to just pound the enemy right at the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and punch forward with some hoplites. My Galatian warriors can rest behind them. Have my Galatian cav to the flank to act as a sort of like utility type unit, you know, just have them there for some extra coverage. My guest hoplites will charge forward, and I'm just going to form a nice barrier here between these two sprawling parts of the settlement. Gonna kind of act as a bit of a choke point for me, so we can't get outflanked, although how such a small army could outflank me, I don't know. It would be impossible, but it's just what I'm going to do, you know. Just form a protective layer so my Cretans can stand behind my hoplites and unload their lethal projectiles. Meanwhile, I'm just going to ignore this little flank here because they're just too close to the ships. Those damn ships, they can unload a brutal hail of gunfire, or not gunfire, bowfire, that I just don't want to be on the receiving end of. Simple as that. And yeah, we can go ahead, get my Cretans to just start shooting the enemy hoplites. Of course, it's not like these hoplites even offer all that much of a danger. They don't. They simply don't. But it's always nice to have like all of these Cretans just kind of chilling out here, you know. You know, 131 times 4, what's that? Like 500, 20 something. A lot of ammunition hitting this hoplite unit at once. Yes, the hoplites are pretty good at deflecting arrows. However, inevitably, it's eventually going to start shredding these Greeks. So, eventually we'll take them out. We also just managed to wipe out the Ptolemaic archers on the flank. And I'm just going to allow my archers to expend all of their ammunition, because why not? I don't lose anything if I do. Could probably go take out the garrison's general, which will make the rest of the units a lot more skittish. But interestingly enough, I mean, it looks like these guys are under fire. Maybe pull back a tiny bit. I think that there's like a ballista or something. Actually, I don't even see a ballista. Maybe, I mean, that thing. Yeah, there's like a scorpion. It's like a scorpion in that main battleship. Yeah, there we go. You can see we managed to take out the enemy general, but of course, this hoplite unit is turned around, so you guys are going to see this guy is going to start falling way quicker. See, my Cretans aren't that good at penetrating through armor, but if they don't have to go through as much armor, I mean, you can see there, that unit is just dead. We annihilated it with a combined... We annihilated it with a combined volley there. Yeah, we're just destroying the enemy army without really losing any men. See this militia, they're charging forward. They're like, we will take on the men of Sparta and we will win! For the Ptolemaic civilization needs to be protected. We stand for Ptolemaic synchronism, not Spartan supremacy. He's racist. If you think about it, the Ptolemies are fighting for social justice. They are the SJWs of the ancient world. I mean, have you guys seen the Cleopatra documentary?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
The Cleopatra doc. Oh, you guys know which one. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you really know what I'm talking about. Okay, so my Galatian cavalry, they're gonna go ahead, wipe out these pathetic little archer units that basically didn't have any men. You know what? I'm gonna turn off fire at will on my Galatians so we can get my cavalry out of dodge. I don't want my brave Galatian horsemen who just wiped out these skirmishers to be hit by my own side. That would be that'll be foul play. Definition of foul play. But then we can go ahead and, you know, expend my ammunition quite effectively against the Egyptian Marines, I believe. Of course, they're also going to use their ammunition, but then we can go ahead and command a charge with my Galatians. And my Galatians do love a good charge. You can see here we kind of surrounded them a little bit. Not like fully, but we got some pretty good charges. And yeah, these Egyptian Marines are going to have to cut their way through quite a horde of barbarian fighters. Yeah, but on the charge we should do well, but if the Egyptian Marines can stabilize against us, I think they have better stats. I mean, 9 and 14, 9 and 12. Oh, what the heck? I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize we were in battle there, but my Spartans are so tanky that they didn't really take any damage, even though I wasn't even hoplite phalanx there, and this Greek spearman is surrounded, so I'm not even gonna start the phalanx. But yeah, this Egyptian Marine is slightly better stats. I mean, on the morale front, much better because it's a general. The weapon damage, much better. Okay, this Greek Marine is actually definitely better. But they're just outnumbered and their flanks getting hit, so their superior melee defense isn't going to be as much of a factor. But I'm thinking here that we can actually withdraw my Galatians and then kind of bait and switch here with my Aspis. You can see, I think that these Egyptian Marines were happy to think that they were winning a respite, but then the Aspis charges in. The finest warriors of Sparta replace my Galatian rabble, and that's gonna be a tall order for the Egyptian Marines to stomach. Meanwhile, we can go ahead and do a nice one-on-one hoplite battle here. Who's gonna win? A native militia? It's not even facing the right way, or the warriors of Sparta. Of course the warriors of Sparta. That's a rhetorical question. Who would even believe that this native militia rabble could possibly beat my Spartans? Yeah, you can see here. I mean, I just love the way the spear walls look, although press 2 times to try to just get them to engage more like aggressively. There we have it. I mean, I just played that battle in a way where I believed I would lose the least men possible, and I think we accomplished that. Only 14 losses. That's nuts, dude. That's like obligatory. You're gonna lose at least a couple dudes, but I'd say that that's basically the bare minimum you could expect to lose in a battle ever, so. Like, how it doesn't even say heroic victory, because there's just nothing heroic from slaughtering these pathetic. Oh, look at this! 6 kills on this one Ptolemaic general unit. So basically, they got 0 kills on the entirety of the garrison. I am the slaughterer of garrisons. I have figured it out. I have learned how to kill the weakest armies in this game. Yes, I have. An accomplishment for sure. And man, we boosted our income so much with that win. Holy crap-a-moly. I mean, I'm very happy with that. And while we got minus 23... I mean, yeah, because of this wonder. Very important to recapture that wonder. I love that. And it was good for my food as well. I mean, the thing is that this Ptolemaic fleet is still present in the area, which is annoying. Which is very annoying, by the way. I don't like that. But what else could we do? Like, Galatia, Cappadocia is pretty good. I mean, look, every single province has good public order, with the exception of Hellas. And we get bread and games it, because now we have good food, and honestly, I'm just trying to get it to grow. It's so hard to grow a province in this game. But we're starting to get close to it with Hellas, since we've controlled it for as long as we have, right? We're starting to get there. Okay, boys, my objective right now that we have some food supply, and honestly, like, we're getting very close to just increasing it monumentally. Like, all of those buildings that we have had queued forever, they're starting to come up. They're starting to pop up here and there, right? Spartans know how to invest. We're smart people. We aren't just good at stabbing people. We can also build a couple of things. The hammer can also be used to break bones, after all. But yeah, boys, like, we are doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well on the investment front. And, yeah, I mean, kind of expected the Lugos to go to war against us eventually. After all, we are allied with every single faction that they're at war with, so... You know, there is that likelihood. I mean, that complicates things for us, I have to say. We could simply abandon Larissa and just hole up in Greece, which is... I'm actually very tempted to do, to be honest with you. So it's like, the Romans could come from Apollonia, and if I take Pella, that just opens up a front from Thrace. After all, the Lugos, they have Pulpadeva, and they have Nasos. Like, I don't want to be a pussy, but if I like try to keep Larissa, it might backfire on me big time. It's much safer to simply hole up in Greece, and I have like, enough money to not need this one little settlement. And I can of course just sell all of this stuff and win quite a bit of money back as well. You know what? I don't think keeping Larissa makes any sense. Like, I know I'm basically abandoning my fellow Greeks, and it's like wrong morally and all that, but like, I mean, what am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do? I can't afford to guard it. It's as simple as that. I can't afford to hold it. I'm sorry, but I can't afford to hold it. Anyway, so I mean, this army for the Ptolemies, they're still increasing. Still getting bigger and bigger. The Seleucids, oh man, the Seleucids with the Cimmerians, it's actually pretty annoying. It's actually pretty annoying, I have to say. For me, it is. Minus 16. Because of the military presence and because of taxes. Well, I mean, honestly, I only wanted to tax for one turn, so I can put the taxes down a little. Of course, the military presence part still makes it very annoying to deal with, but, like, what can I do? What can I do? I want to make a fleet. I know that it's going to be very freaking expensive, but I need to make a fleet. This ship help is, like, really, really good. So we'll get this. Because ship health is, like, everything, man. Oh, man, this is the... These are, like, flagships. We need quite a few of these, and then the assault ships come later. So we get a couple of these. It's going to be, like, the core of my navy. You know, like, you don't really question that you need, like, a solid basis for your navy to actually be, like, good, right? So, that's the basis. Picking maybe this army I should complete, but then what about, like, this army? We're about to go into battle. We're only at 18. It's really annoying, but I lost my ability to recruit local Armenian noble archers. I don't know, I'm still, like, debating whether I actually want to attack these guys. The thing is that now that, like... Okay, so now that the Seleucids and the Cimmerians are in a military alliance with each other...
Greetings, honored guest.
It's actually kind of annoying. I mean, these guys are allied with Gore. What about Parthia? Are they allied with anyone? No, and they're quite strong, too. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring these guys back. So I'm thinking, even if I take Gabala, it's like, what am I even gonna do with the settlement? Like, it's just an overextension. It's a definition of an overextension. I mean, this army kind of has to stay in Ephesus, but I can just get it out of the settlement because it's not like I need to recover troops or anything. Like, there's no purpose of having it stuck in that settlement. Meanwhile, this army, I mean, you know what? I was like thinking, okay, yeah, let's just like complete it, and I think that I should, but I don't want to spend a lot of money completing it, so like I don't want to lose a lot of income doing it, so let's just get some perioikoi. Well, we have archers already, we have hoplites, well, we need more flexibility, so let's just get 3 allied furrow swords. I mean, these guys are the kings of flexibility. They can go into melee semi-competently. They have 3 volleys of javelins, so they can do some nice skirmishing. You know, your furrow swords, if you hit them, like, you just get them on the flank of a unit, you chuck in 600 javelins into a Roman flank, like, those Romans are gonna crumble. They're just humans, after all. And then we can charge in and just finish it off with their swords, even if they're not the most skilled with them. So... yeah, furrow swords definitely provide flexibility, so if I'm looking for flexibility, very good choice. Now, that is quite annoying. Wish there was a way I could just like stay in port without getting annihilated like this, you know? It's like very annoying. I mean, the Ptolemies can prevent me from making a navy in Athens or anywhere on the Ionian coast, to be honest. So I'm thinking maybe I just build this thing in Bithynia or Pontus. Like, I have territories that are quite shielded from the Ptolemies. But I think I was pretty smart to like fall away from Athens, you know. Sorry, fall away from Larissa. I think that it's honestly a pretty common sense move. Okay, let's go ahead and see what I can do here. Naevily. Again, Ephesus is still very weak. Like, but garrison is not big, and the garrison is not strong to begin with, so it's like... And I'm making so much money off the settlement that I simply cannot justify abandoning it. Which means that this army needs to stay, no matter what. And it's very annoying, but I seriously have no choice, so... So I will stay. I will stay and work my butt off. Let's see, Galatia and Cappadocia. I mean, it's really nice to see, but like we can't get disease that easily in a lot of my settlements. It is very nice. It is very nice. Damn, honestly, like Bithynia Pontus has become a bit of a sleeper province for me. Like, look at all of these homioi. Like, that's the thing. We're getting like pretty strong homioi populations. abroad, which is good. Like, these aren't amazing populations, but they're useful. Still are quite useful. Oh, here. Yeah, like, it's good. It's almost what we have in Sparta now, funnily enough. I mean, Sparta has, like, the best perioikoi by far. I mean, look at that, dude. 800? We have, like, unlimited perioikoi. So I guess be careful what you wish for, right? I mean, honestly, like, a fortified Sparta is lit, dude. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want fortified Sparta.
At your command.
I mean, I'm just like looking at where I could train my navy, and it really looks like Athens is the only place well developed enough where I can like train elite naval units. I don't have the building capacity to do that anywhere else, but it's like the Ptolemies have such a strong navy presence that they will kick my butt anywhere. And I'm also just gonna look at like my wars and see if anybody would have any interest in abandoning them. Nope. Not the Romans, I mean, not the Ptolemies, doubt the Romans would either. Yeah, apparently you're wasting my time too. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and destroy this. Man, I need to make this navy far away from where the Ptolemies are operating. So it's like, I mean, what choice do I have? I'll make the crappy navy over here in Bithynia Pontus. And at least there I can get numbers. Yeah, we'll be the best ships, but you know what? If I come at these guys with like, you know, actual like full units of decent rating ships, I could probably beat them back. Then recruit the good ones. Recruit the good ships. Now, I think we just get our diplomat here, steal stuff, and then we send our Ptolemaic spy into Ptolemaic territory. Now, look at Syria. Syria is very happy. Syria is rambunctiously happy. And I just use the word rambunctious, so I mean business. They are very, very happy with the current order of things. So, if that's the case, well, actually, you know what? I think I have a really good plan here. Simple, actually. I have a genius plan. I make this navy, right? We train it for a couple of turns. We can get 4 units a turn, so it's going to be pretty insane anyway. We train it for a couple of turns. We bring our navy in here. We smash this Ptolemaic fleet, which is already quite weak. Now, we actually set these guys up here. What does defensive do? -1 food to local region. That's okay. Plus 50% reinforcement range. Plus... I mean, this is like really good. Right, we just do this. We just double up. Yeah, we just have these guys kind of on the coast here, ready to respond to any Ptolemaic threats. And I just do hate that we have like these armies here just doing nothing. I mean, I kind of wish that we just like moved one away, but it's just so much land here that I just don't want to deal with. And it's like, maybe we should just go with the Seleucids and get a non-aggression pact. But we're untrustworthy, so I don't think that they're ever going to deal with us. Damn, bro. Now, what do I do? What do we do that's prudent? We're raising a navy, that's expensive. This army, if I attack into Tyros, I feel like it's just a bit of a risk. But, I mean, I'm a risk taker. Why don't I just take a risk? I mean, I need money. That I do. I'm gonna attack into Tyros. I'm gonna take the risk here, boys. I'm gonna send my army from Armenia. They're gonna help deal with it. Greece is gonna stay Greek. Whatever. Sparta is continuously gaining people. Like, it's like a magnet for humans coming in, so it's okay. Athens, for whatever reason, is depopulated as heck, but it's alright. At least Crete, the island of Crete, is prosperous. Yeah, this is really all I can do, Vo. This is all I can do. I have one army that's patrolling the entirety of the Caucasian front and the Armenian front. It is very, very, very risky, I have to admit, because we have, like, so many factions on that frontier, from Camarilla to the Seleucids to Kabbalah. And, oh! So the army in Judea actually stops me in front of Tyros. Well, this is what we asked for. We were taking a risk. We knew we were taking a risk. I did think that I would get Tyros guaranteed, but also, this is a very strange army from the Ptolemies. A complete absence of pikes is baffling, and this army is more barbarian than Greek. A lot of carry and spears, which are not very good. The skirmish component is a mismatch. Not two of the same unit anywhere to be seen. They do outnumber me skirmish-wise. Have a very weak skirmish force. Cavalry were about even, although I think I have better cavalry. No, actually, they outnumber me cavalry-wise. But you know what? This fog actually advantages me. It's not like the enemy has particularly good, like, skirmishers or anything. I have to admit, they don't. They have some pretty weak skirmishers. Okay, this is my plan, boys. We're forming up with pikes in the center. I'm just hoping that they run their men into my helots. Of course, that'll yield a long, you know, if we can just hold them for a while there, it'll yield a victory for sure, because my pikes will be impossible for the enemy to break through. My hoplites, my guest hoplites, who are incredibly strong, you know, 48 morale, very good stats, 20 melee defense. These guys are going to be holding the flank, so they'll do a decent job at it, I believe. We also have a Galatian sword on either side, just to kind of help them do it. My cavalry in the back is going to have to be responsive, as well as my general. We're just going to run him in whenever we need a really hard unit to guard. But really, my plan is just contingent on him running his melee infantry up against my pike wall. Because, weirdly enough, his Ptolemaic force is just decidedly melee infantry based. They just decided every man in Galatia must serve us. Guess since we destroyed the Galatian Empire, we had to find a new paymaster. The Ptolemies aren't a bad one. And you know what? I thought this Ptolemaic spear cavalry would be a little better, but in all honesty, these stats that I'm seeing are quite amusing. We're not very good. But yeah, let's go ahead and reform based on what I'm seeing from the Ptolemaic army. Gotta face him properly after all. Come on, boys, get into formation. Or as you know, because we have so many phalanx units, it takes quite a while for my men to place themselves, but you can see my helot line. They're addressing eventually. You know, you've learned to maneuver a little bit. Yeah, the Ptolemies seem content to be a little passive here. Can already see Galatians appearing out of the mist. And of course, it's under such weather conditions, like in a real battle, things would be super duper confusing. Everyone's anxiety would be like top notch to think that you have to fight a battle in such misty conditions. To hear barbarian chatter on the other side would be especially agonizing to hear, I feel. Like, you know that these barbarians, they love a good ambush. They love to scream blood-curdling cries before they run in. The mist just adds to that whole effect. And man, look at these Galatian spears. Basically naked. They don't give a damn. Let's see, cavalry hitting my flanks. I mean, look, man, if these guys charge in against my cavalry, against my hoplites, they're not going to do well long term. Man, I can see some enemy archers starting to fire. We will return the favor on their Galatians who have good shields. They have good shields, but they also have some pretty weak pretty weak armor. And yeah, of course, cavalry is just going... Enemy cavalry is just going like straight in to my hoplites. I mean, they're hitting them on the flanks and stuff, but the moment that they get stuck in for more than like 5 seconds, they're gonna start losing a lot of men. And that's like precisely what I'm trying to do. My Spartan cabs already kind of gotten some good charges. Where's my other one? There he is. Yeah, don't forget, like, he has melee cab, I have shock cab, so we can get like these charges. Can be really good. Some of his cavalry also, like his general in particular, got into the flank of one of my helot pikes. That isn't good at all, man. That broke up that formation. Ooh. Carrion levies. Honestly, I should ignore these guys. Not that worth engaging. Oh man. Look at that. Ptolemaic general. Oh crap. One of my cav units just took a hard hit. Try to run him away. Try to bait and switch. Tried to shoot them hard. How's my pike line going? Seems okay. Can't spend any more time looking in on them, though. We can go and shoot some Egyptian bows and then give these guys a rear charge, but... Crap, man. What? I think we're gonna go ahead and hit these guys, and... Okay, looks like, yeah, we did some good damage to the Ptolemaic cavalry. Bro, I just hit these archers. These guys are losing. These guys probably will start to lose. Let's see, we managed to ward off one unit. Ptolemaic cavalry here, but honestly, like, he just has too many units into my rear. It's not gonna go too well. Gotta reform the line here. We're too broken up with some of my pikes just got charged, dude. Oh, nice. My rear charge on the carrion levies was phenomenally done. Oh man, okay. This is big. This is big. We managed to get rid of a lot of pikes, but god damn it, dude. Like, using infantry to try to chase off the enemy cav is not the best of ideas. Especially hoplites, you know, like the slow moving. Yeah, we're trying to like reform our ranks, but I suppose it'll be sort of hard to do when you're trying to do it with helots and come on. Keep it together, boys. If you run now, then you're dead meat. Think about yourselves. Don't think about king and country or whatever. Just think about yourselves. We just achieved freedom, helots. And yeah, we'll just continue to slaughter, boys. Continue to slaughter. We have so much cavalry here, but we need to be able to run after these guys. We even have light Galatian troops. I mean, they should take immense pleasure in the hunt. After all, I think one of the best, primary uses of cavalry in warfare, it wasn't the heroic charges that, you know, sound good in theory, but in principle were a lot harder to execute against disciplined bodies of men. Now, it's hunting after fleeing men who have lost any pretense of being a fighting body and are just interested in saving themselves. No, that's the main use of cavalry. But yeah, we can go ahead here and just kind of hunt. You know, hunt these guys down. Chop down Thracians and Galatians who are trying to escape the field. You know, I've got to pump these numbers up, man. Like, you guys got to prove that you're capable of fighting for Sparta, and that means chopping men down mercilessly. It's all a test. It's all a test of loyalty to the Xenoi, boys. I mean, these Galatian warriors, they passed their test despite being on foot. We're making excellent progress running after their countrymen. The cavalry need to be doing even better. You know what? That was actually tough. I mean, the Ptolemies had a chance of breaking my line. Like, while the numbers say something else. You guys saw that my Helots were getting close to running. And if my Helots did run, the Ptolemies would be able to start hitting flanks with these barbarians. The reason why it didn't go well is that my pikes lasted just somewhat longer than the enemy cavalry. That cavalry, once they ran, I was able to hit their rear with overwhelming force that simply shattered the Carians and led to the rest of the better trained barbarians to run soon enough. But in any case, this army has been decimated. And that yields itself very well for my campaign prospects. For the thing is that the Ptolemies do tend to be a little bit protectionist, in the sense that they don't like to send troops abroad all that often. Their preference is always to stay at home and defend Egypt if need be. So, you know, I think that we could probably take over Judea quite handily if we just get a second army into the region. So my Armenian force had better rush over here as quick as it can, which is, by the way, not very quick. So I think I'm going to take over Tyros. I'm going to park my army there for a couple of turns and allow my Armenians to play catch-up as they gallop across the plains majestically. Still, though, every turn, more of my buildings that I had queued up complete should improve my income. It should definitely improve my food supply, because that was the priority of most of my developments. At this point, my food supply is actually beyond any type of question. It's actually a pretty damn good food supply. So we will be good. We will be very, very good. I don't know. And actually, I was thinking about recruiting some cavalry, so not bad. Oh, man. We really had to have an outbreak in Greece. And I only say that because I've been waiting for this province to finally grow. And outbreaks completely deny growth. So we're not going to get any more provincial growth for a year. It's actually a setback, kind of, but whatever. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. It's all RNG. Okay, let's march this army back. Let's go ahead and get 2 of these Perioikoi cavalry. Since we can get them in 1 turn, it's optimal to get these guys. Yeah, so I kind of noticed here, actually, whenever you develop a Spartan garrison, like, not a Spartan garrison, a Spartan, what are they called? Barrack. You lose the ability to recruit cavalry that's from, like, the local people, because I suppose that the local people get converted into the Spartan elite version of fighting, which is as a hoplite. So it's a little bit interesting to me. So let's go over a fortified Sparta here. I mean, I'm wondering, fortified Sparta really doesn't give you a whole lot of, yeah, it really doesn't give you a whole lot of, income. It just boosts all your military stuff, which is, I suppose it's very Spartan. Makes sense. Plague. Okay. My army is running back. This is +9. I mean, it looks like this settlement is happy enough. So we can kind of like just go ahead and move this army a little bit more like centralized. We got 2 hoplites here. Oh, right. My navy. My darn navy. We're not getting... Well, actually, no, we could recruit some more because we have potential income coming in from here. Of course, we have to beat this army, and somehow we're not supposed to win this. I think it's because my Helot pikes aren't considered very good. And truthfully, they're not very good, but they're good enough. They're more than good enough to beat militia hoplites, I can tell you that. So we can go ahead. We can go ahead and do immense damage against these guys. You can see here. This infantry is quite low in numbers at this point, and the enemy reinforcements are not going to be all too quick to come. So I'm thinking try to rush these guys with the quickest of the units that we have. The thing is that my Spartan hoplites are quick to move. Well, actually, I didn't even notice this, but one of the buffs that you get with Spartan phalanx units is that they're quicker to move than any other types of phalanx. Because usually phalanxes have a 2 movement speed, but these guys have a 3 movement speed. So they actually move as fast as like these light infantry that I have, which is really nice. But in any case, what I'm thinking here is that these Galatians... Actually, the Galatians have pretty dang good, pretty good morale. I might not be able to break them with a single charge, but I need to try at least. Especially because it's not like this garrison is... This garrison is slow to move. They're movement of 2, so... I have a little bit of time. Maybe I can go... Actually, I don't need to kill the enemy general by charging out with my cavalry. I can do it more conventionally, and it's less risky if I do. Okay, you know what I think? The best strat here is just going to be charge forward of these guys, wipe out this initial army, and then hold the garrison back with my pikes. Just long enough for my men to finish off the original force. Go ahead and push these guys forward, and then these guys... You can see I'm pushing them into position to intercept the garrison. And then, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get my cavalry to just aid with the morale shock to the enemy. We can kind of get them along the flanks, charge some skirmishers down. And, I mean, the enemy is gonna have their work cut out for them fighting my hoplites, fighting my general, fighting my Galatians. It's not gonna be the easiest thing. Let's just see. Ptolemaic slingers. Oh, no, let's go focus on the enemy archers since they're a little bit slower. And oh, yeah, so Cilician Peltis, they're already in play, so good luck to them. And okay, I mean, these guys are... Suddenly it looks like this garrison has lost its nerve, so... Or this army has lost its nerve. Interesting. And we managed to get into these Peltas. They're shaken. The enemy general didn't get a charge actually. Kind of just ran into my men listlessly. Take out a skirmish unit here. Let's go ahead and hit the other one. Meanwhile, we can go hit that flank. You know what? If these guys are... If the enemy general is like running away, I see no need to over-engage my cavalry. In fact, let's just keep these guys back. Rotate my pikes so we face the enemy. Have a hoplite join them. No, perfect, actually. We've isolated the enemy garrison units. They are in deep crap. These guys got charged in the rear, which is not going to make them happy. They're already fighting a very uphill battle. So these Galatian mercenaries start falling a little bit too quickly. Terror is going to spread through the ranks, and they're going to run. Meanwhile, we've done a lot of work against... enemy skirmishers. So much so that, you know, I don't think I have a whole lot left in them. I mean, the enemy general at this point probably realizes how cowardly he was to try to save himself and how much it's doomed his position, so he's running in, try to save his army and subsequently save himself, but he's got himself trapped between a lot of competent Spartan cavalry. So these Ptolemaic nobles, they're going to have to fight their way out of a lot of Greek horsemen of similar caliber. So good luck to them. I mean, these morose spearmen, they don't look all too tough. They look like a bunch of Egyptian conscripts. Trumped up Egyptian conscripts to me. And you know what? I trust my Galatian conscripts a little bit more. They have more of a reputation of violence and ferocity. So they go ahead, throw some warning javelins, you know, hit the occasional guy in the side, and then get a good charge. You can see my Galatians. I mean, let's look how happy they are to charge, man. They're lifting their swords in glee as they push in here. And these Egyptians, they don't look all too armored to be, so I think my Galatians are gonna find ample area on their bodies to stab their swords. Meanwhile, I trust my guest hoplites to stay firm. Oops, I did not realize that these phalanxes were already very much formed. And yeah, I mean, this entire area here has collapsed. Entire flank. Beautiful. We killed the Ptolemaic general. And we've gotten everything here. And yeah, we just gotta make sure that my pikes are fully engaged. But pike on hoplite goes very specifically, because you can see, like, barely a single hoplite is stabbing. And even though my pikes aren't doing the most damage, it just takes a little bit of time for them to get past initial health. Because pikes don't kill the quickest, but once they start killing, you can see these hoplites, they're dropping pretty quickly here now. Every half second, another hoplite falls. So, yeah, these guys are going to go get melted. Even against the enemy Greek spearmen, who are pushing a little bit more aggressively. They are pushing closer, but they're being hit by 3 ranks of pikes. And that's the thing. If they stay passive, they get hit by just the first rank of pikes, but they don't do any damage. If they go aggressive, they get hit by like 3 ranks of pikes. But you can see either way, the outcome is the same. A disintegrated garrison. Let's see, we have my hoplites meeting with mercenary Galatians in the center. But these Galatians have taken a lot of damage already, so yeah, they have no desire to die for Ptolemy, who ran from the field with great indignity. These militia, I don't know, the leader of that militia clearly was part of a Ptolemaic inbreeding, because he's just out doing nothing of value, just randomly taking a hill while the main entirety of the battle rages below him. Probably just end up running once he realizes the stupidity of his actions. Arrows fall amongst this Ptolemaic garrison. The occasional archer collapses against a floor limp. I mean, considering how immobile the guardians of these archers are, I'm just gonna go ahead and order a couple of charges by my cavalry. You can see, yeah, archers are not going to be too happy. They're gonna go bye-bye. And we can go ahead and start ordering pikes forward, ordering hoplites forward. I mean, we basically surrounded the Ptolemaic force, so I can go order my men to run. You can actually run in hoplite formation, by the way. It's not impossible. Okay, here we go. The main forces start to engage. It's gonna take a little while for them to start to kill, because these are both very defensive forces, but yeah, we have a pretty lengthy engagement at this point, I would say. By lengthy, I mean by we've engaged across the whole length of the Ptolemaic formation, so. And yeah, we just got rid of the rear hoplite with a very good cavalry charge, so. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, now my cavalry is going to start pouring in. I mean, it's even hard to get at the Ptolemies, because we kill them. We kill them before they can even, like, fully. Sorry, we're just running into men who are running away for the most part. That's what I meant to say. Ooh. So yeah, that's it. That's it, boys. Hey, a stunning victory. A stunning victory for the men of Sparta. Man, I'm just gonna kill them.
Forgive me, but I cannot.
I don't have any interest in allowing these damn Ptolemies to live. And I don't really want to fight this garrison battle, like Ptolemy garrisons. I've had enough of them and their wimpiness. We're gonna occupy it, we're gonna loot it. We're gonna loot the settlement. Even if there are some good Greeks that live here, they need to suffer for the crimes of their... Damn, 1,200 to dismantle, that's upsetting. We don't need this. We don't need this. We're just gonna dismantle the whole settlement and start it from scratch. A new world as it will. As it will. As it may. Whatever it is. Whatever the saying is. Some more forces here, for sure. And I suppose that this army is already moved. That's why it is blacked out. Man, like imagine if I just canceled this edict and instead taxed this one. Considering how much revenue I'm getting out of this, that would be insane. Alright, these guys will just do a tax edict because it doesn't. Brennan Games doesn't even matter right now. Like, and I guess this army has obtained some more experience. It can go, can upgrade it a little bit. Let's see. Man, plus campaign movement speed's pretty good. We can go ahead and get some more cavalry charge bonuses because like this army has some very powerful cavalry. And I suppose we can go ahead and check out what like the local recruitment is like, but I think it's pretty bad outside of Jerusalem. So no, Salamis has like some light hoplite or something I remember from my Thracian campaign, but it's not like amazing or anything. Oh man, another Ptolemaic army appears on the horizon. Ooh, that's a little bit rough there. It's a little bit rough. I wonder what that army has. Looks like the Ptolemies are going to be like... They're going to be pushing armies into Tyros. They didn't attack. It's curious. I'm curious as to why. I mean, my army just fought a pretty major battle. And yeah, I mean, gonna let Larissa go. That was sort of my plan anyway. So I don't care. You guys can take it, but... No, they just sacked it. Oh, wow. Whatever. I mean, there really isn't anything that I can do about it. You know, it's like, they sacked it, it be what it be. What can I say? They sacked it. I'll probably take it next turn. lose control of my faction. Hunt down the pirates. And, yeah, I got sacked, whatever. Garrison army got wrecked. It be like that. My income went up quite a bit, so we definitely picked the right buildings to construct. Now, what about this? Navy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we could build some pretty strong stuff. Problem is that we just don't have access to a lot of interesting... Oh. Rhodian slingers, Greek marines. Oh, man, these guys, if these, units are honestly a little bit overpriced by, like, a lot. A little bit overpriced by a lot, man. We can go for a Greek Marine. And we can go for some Greek Marine archers. And, like, that's fine. Actually, you know what? Get away of a Greek Marine... Wait, what? But yeah, we go for, like, flagship. Of course we do. I mean, I'm happy to just sit here, honestly. Like, I'm planting my foot down, I'm planting my foot, and I'm raising my flag. Like, I'm good with taking on the Ptolemies, especially because this army is racing over to Ptolemaic territory to make combat with them, to show them who's boss. Like, I'm not playing around here. They're the ones who don't want to make peace. I'm not the one who doesn't want to make peace, although, honestly, I'd love peace with the Romans. I'd love it. I would literally love a peace with you. It would be a wonderful outcome. But no. And
Have you bathed today? No matter. Speak anyway.
probably, actually, no, I haven't. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Nobody wants peace. Everybody wants war. It is total war after all, right? Would it be total war if anyone wanted peace? No. By definition, it wouldn't. So, we must continue to fight. It's the only reason why people give up fighting, boys. It's not because of an untrustworthy reputation, generally disliked, that I'm an imperialistic empire that just keeps on taking things. Nah, it's just the name of the game. Alright, so we really can't move here. And it's in my best interest to just hold back and allow this army to attack whenever they feel comfortable to. Well, we could try to sabotage their supplies. That'll be pretty good. It'll stop them from moving, and I think it'll weaken their units a little, so nothing but advantages there. And I just have to wait for this army to get over and help assist. The other thing is that we do have a lot of income, so perhaps another army is prudent. Perhaps another army is prudent. And we can start it in Antioch. We have a lot of options, honestly. You can even get dogs, man. Like, that's lit. Of course, this... Let's see, this settlement's very good for Perioikoi, but bad for Homioi, so we don't really want to waste our Homioi all that soon. But the Cappadocian Lancers are plentiful. They're good units. 59 charge bonus means that they hit like a literal, like a pickup truck, man. These guys are going to slam into any unit and cause them to run away within an instant. So we totally want to get these guys. We'd actually... We sell one Lancer here, so we can not have slums pop up en masse here. Actually, you know what? We need to sell both our Lancers, which is unfortunate, but a necessity. Let's see, how Greek are we here? We're pretty damn Greek already. We can't afford an Agora, so we might as well just go for another recruitment thing. You know, the Ptolemies are actually in deep poo. Like,
Andrew,
yes?
я купил там тимбитс у бабушки.
Timbits?
Возьми couple of timbits.
Solid.
Возьми, пока она их не спрятала в холодильник, пока они не колут. Иди возьми сейчас.
No, I'm good for now. It's...
Fresh timbits, man. Fresh.
Duh. Damn it.
Бабушка. Спасибо.
Не, я не один так много.
Нам нельзя брать никогда.
А?
Еще.
Что?
Еще один и все.
Еще? Мне нормально, бабушка. Ну,
Давай. Шоколадные возьмем.
шоколадный?
Да,
Спасибо.
давай.
Большое спасибо. Okay, please take the settlement, please. Okay, there we go. I mean, there we have it, boys. Larissa was lost, but I know what it is. Pergamon. Yo, Random. What's up, dude? How you doing? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty darn good, dude. Haven't seen you in a while, man. How are you? How was your New Year? Yeah, from the context of your earlier comments, I think that you followed me when I was playing Mountain Blade, right? Figured you're a warband player. What the? What? Okay, look, there's no buttons here! There's no buttons! There's no buttons! I can't fight it! Bro. Okay, what if I go in and out? No! I think I have to load. I have to load from the autosave. I literally have no choice. Better wait, can I just reload this and it'll come back with the buttons? I think that's just like a visual glitch. Bro, you just joined a stream. You just joined a stream and you broke my game, bro. What did you do? You just came in, bro. You're hacking me, dude. That's funny, dude. That's the timing was immaculate. But that's actually never happened to me. I don't even know how that happens. Just lose your UI all of a sudden and go to cinematic mode on the campaign map. Ah, believe me, this game hates everyone. Alright, dude, let's play this naval battle. It's rare for me to get these anyway. So it might be kind of entertaining here. I mean, the way I see this is that a lot of these, like, Egyptian units that are low health, we want to just board them. So if we just ram the ships, then it's just going to be, like, 50-50. We either ram them or they ram us. Honestly, I'm really bad at these naval battles, so it's going to be hard to grind out. And I'll just send a supply ship away, because this thing is kind of useless from what I know. It's a piece of crap. But hey, my garrison's coming in as a nice flanking force. Even though his ships ain't the best, I mean, they can still punch here and there. Let's see. I'm a huge fan of RTS, if you remember that. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Bro, like almost everyone who watches my stream likes RTS games. That's pretty much the whole point. Oh, thanks, dude. Okay, so I guess you've been dropping in here and there. Don't remember you chatting all that much, though, so welcome surprise. Definitely isn't as fun to play without anyone talking, so yeah, man. Thanks for dropping in. It's always way more fun. You had a stroke? Wait, like a literal stroke or a figurative stroke? How about figurative? Bro, I had a back injury with my exams, bro. It was the worst. I literally wrote one of my exams in the medical center because my back was just completely ruined, bro. Oh, I feel ya, though. Freaking exams, bro. Exams hurt, bro. Okay, that one's already 80 health. You know what? Let's just wait. No. I want to just shoot this, the Egyptian general. Like, honestly, let's just shoot. Just have to keep on ramming these guys over and over again. That's all we gotta do. You know what? Just get in here. You know what? Just ram. You just ram these. Small ships shouldn't survive too many ram attacks. Just gotta back up here and ram one more time. 19.5 out of 20 on English? Heck yeah, dude. Congrats. And English exams are hard to score well on, you know? Writing is like pretty subjective. Okay, I have to just ram the ship while they're engaging my boys. And they'll just get off my ship and run away. Perfect. Perfecto. Meanwhile, I guess we're just gonna shoot the Egyptian captain as much as possible. The ship's already 40 health, so we can go ram it as well. Until letters were added to the exams. Oh, like algebra? Yeah, algebra is like... Algebra made me say bruh back in the day. Man, that wasn't even a dad joke. That was something else. That was just dumb. Algebra made me say bruh. Algebra makes me say bruh. Woo! It's so satisfying to like break a ship in half like that. It's like hitting a headshot in an FPS game. It's just that satisfaction, dude. There we have it. Right at the bottom of the sea, the Ptolemaic sailors are. Man, I hope that they can swim. Not. I hope they drown. Boom! I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, these naval engagements can be absolutely... To maps along a pie and some alien letters to torture future generations. Yeah. You know, we're supposed to, like, honor these mathematicians, you know? We're supposed to honor these mathematicians as some sort of geniuses, but I just think that they torture young minds. I usually auto-resolve naval battles, too, because I don't, like, really have a strong navy ever, but, you know, whenever you're fighting against the Ptolemies, you suddenly kind of need one, or else we're gonna annihilate all of your coastal settlements, so... I'm like, screw it, I have the money, I'm gonna make the world's best navy. I'm gonna actually make a good Spartan navy. You remember where I come from too? No. No, I do not. Europe something? Dude, it's been a while. Based on what I see in your like chat history, I haven't talked to you since March of last year. Tunisia. Oh, cool. Dang. Dang, bro. Sick. Carthaginian. Hope it's not. I hope I'm not remotely offensive to say. It's just, yeah, Carthage. The ruins are in Tunisia, right? Can you read my messages? Oh, I can read anybody's old chat history. Yeah. I can read anyone's old chat history. Any streamer can. You just click on a person and pull it up. It is one of the tools that we have. I guess it's supposed to be for just moderating in theory, but I just use it to, like, remember who people are. Do it? Like what? Like on stream? Oh, you just told me to build. Let me see how dumb I was. You didn't really say anything in here outside of, like... You didn't really say anything here outside of you like killing captives. And, you like killing captives in Warband. Which is pretty normal, because I do too. It's so fun. It ruins your campaign, but it's so fun. There we go, we upgraded our spy. We're retaining troops here. We can move this guy here. And I'm just gonna try to push up against Judea. Average strategy gives player. Honestly, like what type of guy did, when they started playing Total War, didn't just like zoom in to better take in all the carnage of the battlefield? Like who doesn't do that? Are you even a gamer if you don't do that? I don't think you are. It's a daily habit. It's a daily pleasure. That's what it is. It's beautiful. Jellison says I need sex. Now need. Need is an interesting word there. For isn't sex a luxury? Why would one need it, Jelly? Or would you say that sex is a necessity? Let's philosophize here, Mr. Jellison. To have kids. See, Random says that sex is only to a certain aim to have kids. Thus, it's a necessity. For having kids is a necessity. For kids give you purpose. See, Random here is making a quite strong argument. Argument about sex being purposeful. How would you respond to that, Jelly? Do you approve? Do you think that Random's argument does make sex a necessity? I mean, can't one have purpose without... Bro! I would do that. Not gonna lie, I would do that, bro. Although, why would you need to like lie to get nudes, bro? Nudes are like online, like everywhere. There's so many nudes online, bro. There's nudes everywhere online. I think half the internet are just nudes. Lol, I got you. Yeah, that's what they said at the sleepover. So we'll see. Jellison's about to get in here. He's about to open up 10,000 IQ on you. Be careful. I mean, shouldn't we subjugate? No, we're gonna go ahead and assimilate these people, right? We're real multicultural here. So much better if you get them normally. I would agree. I never understood the purpose of it, but that's just me. He's a 14-year-old that hadn't seen a real dude before. I mean. Oh, you mean by... Wait, are you making a comment on... I don't know, bro. I haven't... Yeah, I definitely... I've gotten to real nerds. Oh, talking about myself, by the way. Oh, okay, makes sense, yeah. But your English is good, bro. What the fuck? I would never think that you're, like, from Tunisia based on, like, how good your English is. No wonder you got that well on that exam. How do people outside of, like, North America and, like, English-speaking countries have such good English nowadays? Like, all of the people that watch me, like, from Romania have an amazing English. Like, absurdly good English. Like, I can't even fathom, like, how good their English is comparing to any second language that I personally speak. Oh, okay, so these guys have bad public order because they're diseased. Every place that doesn't have plague taking over the territory has pretty decent public order. I assume it's because of the internet, though, right? Like, okay, you know what? Let's just cancel this army. I mean, I didn't really want to, like, spend so much on it without any reward, but, like, at this point, it's clear that I overspent on my military there. Alright, boys. I hate to pull the plug on you, but it's approaching an hour 30 as streamed, and I actually do have a lot of work to do. I'm applying to grad school right now, so I have deadlines to meet, and I can't afford the game for like 2 hours here. So yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for today. But hey, we made some progress here. We took back Ephesus. We took Tyros from the Ptolemies. We've of course managed to, yeah. We managed to build a lot of buildings, resolve our food problems, stabilize our armies, recruit new ones. And, well, we're back to trustworthy ratings, so that's not too shabby either. I mean, look at this expanse that we own as Sparta. Won't you stream doing your homework, lol? Why won't you stream doing your homework, lol? I don't know. I mean, would people really want to watch me write history essays and do research? It's not like I'm doing something particularly interesting, in my opinion, like to spectate. I mean, I know some people do it with like coding and stuff. Do you really think that someone would watch? Oh man, that would be amazing. I could do it, bro. I can do it. It wouldn't be during like every homework, but if I'm doing like a research paper, that could actually be kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, I'll try it once actually. You watch coding too? Yeah, I think it works better with coding, eh? Probably it's more interesting to as a programmer. Oh, do you want to go into programming? Is that your thing? That would be cool. I have a friend that's in computer science. It's a great career. Yeah, I'm a programmer. Ah, I see. I see. And a vid editor too. Oh, nice! Do you have like a YouTube or anything? I could sub to you. Anyway, put the link in my chat if you do, but I'm gonna head off now. Peace! Bye!